welcome back to EBC's Ultimate Fiesta build. This is episode 4 and today we're here at Meguiar's. So Dale, what are we going to be doing today?
So today it's all about preparation for the car before it gets wrapped. Now we need to give the car a nice deep clean and get rid of any of those defects that are in the paint. I know they're going to be covered up with a wrap, but we want to make sure that the paint's as good as it possibly is before it goes to be changed, and if it ever does come off, it means that the paintwork underneath is nice and sparkling.
Perfect. Alright, so I'll come back later on and we'll see how they've got on.
Before this car goes off her wrap, we wanted to give it a deep clean. So we wanted to use the nice kind of products that are going to do that nice and efficiently. So for the wheels and tyres, we used our Ultimate All-Wheel Cleaner. We then kind of softened up the bugs on the front end of the car and on the mirrors with our bug and tar foam. This rehydrates the bugs and makes it easier to remove. Now before the contact wash, we hit the car with our Ultimate Snow Foam. This softens up any kind of loose contaminants, dirt and grime that's sitting on the paint before we hit it with a wash mitt and our Wash Plus shampoo, which contains polishing agents to give the car a deep scrub. So we're going to get the car in our bay and we're just going to inspect the paint, make sure it feels nice and smooth and it has any kind of swirls and scratches that we can remove, just so we want it looking as best as it possibly can before it goes for the wrap. So before we get into the clay bar, we're actually going to explain what it is and why we're doing it. Now, as we got the car in the bay, we had a kind of like feel around the car and it does feel rough to the touch. This means that bonded contaminants are sitting on the paint. This could be road tar, it could be overspray or even tree sap. So we're going to be using clay and detailer to safely remove those away from the paint. Now, how we're going to use it is we're going to spray the lubrication on the paint. Then with the clay nice and malleable, so nice and soft and sticky, we're just going to use it in cross-hatch motions to safely remove those contaminants from the paint. Now you're going to notice that as you're doing this, it feels smoother and smoother, and it's a nice preparation before using any polish or wax. When you've worked an area and you're happy with how smooth it is, just get a clean microfiber towel and wipe away. So this is Meguiar's and we are crazy about making paint look the best it possibly can, even paint that's going to be covered in a vinyl wrap. Now we did notice that there is some light swirls and scratches on the paint, so we're going to be using our Ultimate Compound along with our yellow polishing dish just to give it a light kind of correction before it gets covered. So that's it, the car's nice and clean and prepped, ready for its next step. Now when the car's been wrapped, it's actually going to come back to us where we're going to show you how to easily clean it and maintain it once the car's been wrapped.
So that's it, here we are at Meguiar's, just ready to pick up the car. So over to Dale to let us know what's gone on today.
Yeah, so the car's had a nice deep clean using our Wash Plus shampoo, which gives a deeper scrub than a generic kind of shampoo. Then we got it into the bay and kind of felt the paintwork. We kind of went around the car and just touched it casually. Yeah. And it did feel a little rough, so we wanted to clay bar to remove any kind of contaminants that are sitting on the paint to make it feel rough. And then because it was here and we can't help ourselves, we had a little bit of a compounding session to remove any light swirls and scratches. And then to give it a final wipe down and it's ready to go. Obviously we're going to have it back when it's done to give it that kind of detail, and it'll be nice to kind of show the difference between detailing a regular car and a wrapped car, because there's a few things you can do differently.
Okay, so and what can we do in the meantime before it gets wrapped to look after it and keep it?
Just keep it on top of a nice kind of detailer just to make sure you get the dust off it.
Okay.
If you are going to wash it, make sure it's a pH neutral shampoo, something like our Gold Class wash or anything like that. Just general maintenance, keeping the dust off it.
Perfect, thank you very much.
No problem.
Thank you very much for watching.